Hi, everyone. I don't know if you can hear me. Let me check my audio real quick.
Where have you been? Where have you been all this time?
Huh?
Where have you been?
I've
Are you
been.
finding out that
Sorry about that. Someone tried to scare me. Sorry about that. Someone tried to scare me. Look at that. It worked. All right, my bad. So, I just got back from a interesting event. Let me turn on my camera since I'm finally looking good. God damn. Now, I went to this event, right? And I don't like my outfit, okay? I really don't. I should have took off my little under thing, but I didn't feel like it was already hard enough to get this top on. Oh, that wind is blowing. But I went. I haven't seen some of those people in a very long time. So I didn't know what to expect or anything, you know. I will say I left a little, comment or whatever under their business. But anyways, and I felt like it was probably a setup or something. But I went and I stayed for about 30 minutes or something and watched a couple of fights. But I had to go because, I have a date. Okay. Okay. So I do have a date. And so I said that I will come back and kind of do a quick video in between time while I wait. And so it was a couple of things I've been wanting to come to you guys about, but I've been super busy, super duper busy with committing to myself and my schedule and everything, and I haven't really found time, a place. I mean, I do have place to come to you guys with videos. It's just that I would not be consistent. I'm too exhausted. I'm trying to get, have you guys ever went to the gym, right? And you go to the gym and you try to condition yourself. The first kind of few months or something, it's really not that good. It's a struggle, And so what I want to do is I'm finally at a place where I am conditioned and I can go like a foot further. Now, the thing that I do like is that I'm not dropping the weight as quickly as I used to or before, because when I lost the weight real fast, my face was saggy. I looked really sick. My skin, especially my breast, they were droopy and loose. Like, it was very unappealing the second time I lost weight. The first time I was okay. I wasn't, it was more muscular, but I still felt like I lost my butt. I finally accepted the fact I'm working on my butt and everything, right? I'm targeting certain muscles and stuff. So I've just accepted the fact that I won't have a big voluptuous butt, but I also accept the fact that this is my body, and it's nothing I can really do about it except accept it, right? So, um, a couple of things I want to come to you guys about. One of the things that's in the forefront of my mind right now is um, I was watching this show called Mob Wives. I don't know if you guys watched it. I decided to watch it because I used to go up for Drita, right? I used to be like, oh, that's my girl, she funny, she stands on business and whatever, whatever. And well, let me not say whatever. I hate that, those fillers. But she stood on business. She was always quick to fight. But that's when I was younger, right? As an adult now, as a grown woman, I'm like, let me go ahead and rewatch it and see if I still like Drita. Now, we all grow, right? We all go through things. And you know what? Another thing I really didn't like about my outfit is the fact that I didn't have my earrings. Hold on a second. Let me get my earrings real quick, okay? Hold on one second. I was out here pissed, okay? When I was on my way, I was like, damn, I forgot my damn my I forgot my earrings and stuff. Okay. I wanted to go home. I was like, you know what? This is a sign. This is fine from God. I need to go on home. And I'm surprised. I don't even see back here. But so I said this is a sign I need to go on home. Cause I'm just so nosy. Cause I didn't left my earrings. I'm about to be out here butt naked, basically. I'm gonna show y'all my outfit at the end if I remember, cause I got bad memory. But hopefully Lucas do a panel, cause he don't never do a panel when I'm looking good. He always trying to get me some, get hook me up with some scallywags. I'm like, nigga, please. Now, it's several things I just want to talk to you about. Okay, I derailed several times. Sorry. Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back. But so Drita, I start watching the show because of Drita. So I get into it. Child, Drita annoying as hell. Not only is Drita, I got three hoes. I'm trying to find a second. Not only, I mean, not Drita, Renee. Renee was pissing me off. Okay, she kept crying. She kept screaming. Julia! I love that part. I was enjoying that part. And she kept calling Julia! Junior, he looked like he just got out of a fight. He had a big ass slash on his eye. I said, "What the hell?" Whoever did it, they know who it was. Because this fool. But I bring that show up to say this because this ain't no review on this ain't no review on um Mob Wives or anything. I'm just one of the things that stood out for me. Let me sum it up to this too. Since I brought it up, I don't like Drita anymore. I'm almost done with the series. Big Ange is my girl. Okay, now y'all know I'm with the horoscopes and everything. No, me and Big Ange will not get along in real life. Okay, but I love her maturity. I love the fact that she'll pop off if she needs to, but for the most part, and she not with that bullshit like, oh, you guys are constantly talking about the same thing over and over. That girl, what was her name? I don't even Natalie Deep. I was like, girl, if you don't shut the hell up. She said every time you come around, you talking about Natalie with no evidence, and then we still didn't hear the evidence. Only Drea talking about, I can't believe it. I still didn't believe it. Okay. So, I say this to say I don't fuck with Natalie no more. Not that she cares, but she's not my favorite anymore. Um, Child, it was some other stuff. Hmm, I'll get it later. But so um, I bring up this show to say this, okay? Because I know I was talking for a minute. I didn't want to be talking to myself. I say this to say this. What I noticed on the show was the fact that the fact that Renee, she had been separated from her ex-husband Judah. I'm gonna say his name every time like that. She had been separated from Judah for 12 years, and all of a sudden he was about to get charged, and he started talking about he had a girlfriend, and he was talking about getting back with Renee. And it was kind of odd because I was like, Renee, are you really entertaining this? Why would you be entertaining this? And you know he about to go to jail. And she's like, I got my family back and da 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 da. She starts to, for one thing that was a positive is that she stayed the hell out of people's business. That's one. Okay, she minded her business. She wasn't over there screaming and hollering. She was, a normal Renee. Then all of a sudden, um, Junior turns on her. He moves in and everything, right? They go on these little dates or whatever. He's on the show more often and everything. But he um he moves in and he betrays Renee by snitching on her father to get a lesser sentence. Now, that brought me to this. When you are doing good, because Junior was not entertaining her or the idea of being with her before she got on the show. I'm not even saying that's the reason why he started entertaining a relationship with her. I'm saying, I'm saying that he oh, you know what? I forgot. I need to take a picture of myself. Sorry, because I did it before and after. I'm keeping track of my stuff. I think I'm gonna do this mushroom from now on. Usually I do like a part to the side, but I think I'm gonna do this mushroom. My hairline is jacked up anyways, but anyways, let me stop. So I feel like if she wasn't on the show, that he wouldn't entertain it, or she would have been left vulnerable. And what I mean by that is he basically snitched on her father by using a watch, monitoring him, and so forth and so forth, and causing her father to be sentenced to additional years. Mind you, he had just got out of prison um, after doing, I think, 3 years or something. I forgot. Um, but he had to go right back. He was only out for 3 months and had to go right back. I said, "Oh wow." I would have been pissed. And so she's sitting up here distraught. Now, what pissed me off was Renee got on drugs, and she tried to say, she said, hold on a second. I know you're not about to stay around here. Don't do it. Don't do it. So she tried to say that Junior drugged her, basically. He overdosaged her. And I'm like, girl, please stop. Stop. Stop playing with us. Um, take some accountability of your action because Junior has been long gone and you're still on drugs for 3 seasons straight. I don't think that's what it was. I think it was you still, yeah, it was you this whole time. Um, what is it? Abusing prescriptions. Um, but then I found out later she was doing coke. Oh hell no. Okay. Anyways, so I bring all this up to say that when you are doing good, and I'll say both men and women, but mostly women, when you're doing good, men will all of a sudden come around and try to mess that up. They will try to mess that up. Now, I haven't been intimate with anyone. I know I looked to the left. Let me stop. Let me stop. My window's right here. I like to look outside. But I haven't been intimate with anyone for, I was about to say 11 years. Bitch, please. Yeah, but it looked like it's going that way. But I haven't been intimate with anyone for a year, right? And it's been a hard year, but I've been strong and I've been able to hold on, okay? I've been able to hold on strong because I've had a few challenges. But first, let me say, I've been making sure to be consistent at the gym. And I've come to you guys letting you know, okay, I've been doing this consistently and da 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 da. Right? I've been struggling, but today's a good day or whatever. Now I've gotten to the point where I've conditioned myself to move forward with going more often. And so this week I finally put it in gear to go more, and it was very hard. It was hard to get through last week, and I'm sure it's going to be harder. But what I can say and see it on the upside is that I feel more energized. Like I feel better. I don't feel sluggish or like when I come from the gym, of course, but like I had to do so much stuff to get ready. Um, and I didn't feel exhausted or worn out. If it would have been a few months ago, I probably would have just laid there and waited to the last minute and exhausted myself and been irritated. And it's been a whirlwind, and I feel like I'm building a relationship with myself, like a serious, intimate relationship with myself that I truly value. Now, I still need to work on things, um, but I definitely try to hold myself accountable. Now, I brought up that whole Junior situation because, of course, I will take some accountability in the situation by saying that I reached out to both people, right? Now, one person I reached out to, and I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to expose anybody, it's not even that serious. It's a lot of black people out. is there an event going on down this way that I need to know about? I need to go to or something? Is there a party or something that I need? Because I saw a lot of black people when I left. Anyways, um, so one person that I did invite, tall, not so strong. He could be okay, but he lacks the commitment. But very attractive, my ideal person, right? So I reached out to this person and was like, let's go hang out and spend some time together and kind of get to know each other. Yes, I dealt with this person previously in the similar sense, but not really, of Renee. Like, okay. And he came over and he's like, well, he finally answered. And then he came over, he made an appointment and whatever, scheduled things. And so I got dressed and I got ready. And he was like, I said, whoa, buddy, slow your roll. Um, that's not what I was interested in. And for the simple fact that it's been a year, I just really wasn't. I know he got it. I know he could put it down. So I know he could put it down, but I didn't want to, waste my year because I've done it several times. I don't know if y'all some crackheads out here, but when you withdraw from something, you got to take it little by little. You can't just go. Some people can. They can go cold turkey. But I was like, okay, I would do little by little. Like, I'll make it to a month, make it to 3 months, make it to 6, and then this is really the first time that I made it to a year and challenge myself because I've also learned that you have to put yourself in the lion's den to ensure that you hold steady. And so that's kind of what I did. I haven't smoked in 4 years, and my family, they still smoke. And so when I intentionally invited them over, and I will still hang around them while they smoke. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't make me be like, pass the blunt, pass the cigarette, It doesn't make me feel like that. It just makes me feel like I can't breathe. And so, I'll turn around, get some extra, whatever. So that's the same thing what I did with sex is that I have to challenge myself. And so I was like, oh, let's see if me and you can get to know each other and see if our relationship will lead up to that. But they didn't want to do that. They just wanted, they were, oh, you bullshit. And I already had you. Why you playing? I said, you ain't had this present one. And we're not going to sit up here and okay, I got an hour. We're not gonna sit up here and then do the same old thing now. You need to either work for it or you can go about your day. I'm not really tripping because it wasn't like I traveled to them. It wasn't like I wasted my time or energy and had that happen either way. If I went to them, if we met, I went to their house or something. Thank God I didn't. But I still would have went to breakfast either way it go because that's what I was saying. I was like, let's go to breakfast. They were like, oh, I just got off work or whatever. I'm like, okay, okay. So you and I was like, had he played his cards right, then maybe I would have, I would have been willing. But I was like, nah, this is what it is. This what it is. I'm good. I'm good. That's what it is. Okay. So what I did was um he he left my house, matter of fact. He ran downstairs, locked my door, which was very considerate because a bitch like me, excuse me, a woman like me in my growing mind would have left that door open. I would have slammed it. I would have did something. I would have been like, I was still growing. I'm not perfect. So, um, he calls me when he gets in the car and like, oh, you be playing. I said, you was just in my house. How come you couldn't just say it to my face? I'm talking. Let me finish talking. I'm like, okay. And so he give me this whole monologue. That's you made me remember why I don't like coming over your house because you always do this. We already tried to do this and it was awkward and da da da. And it made me think, well, if I was worth it to you, you would put the effort in, and you not putting the effort in, and it's not really doing anything for me. It's not, it's not arousing my mind, along with my body. So, I was like, I just wanted to try, and he was like, no, you knew what I was coming over there for. No, because I reached out to you and told you that I wanted to go out and spend time together. I didn't, and I was definitely going to try to withstand, giving it. I was going to challenge myself, and I believe it was going to work because if it wasn't going to be good, and I didn't feel it, I wasn't going to do it. So it really sealed his fate when he was like, "Oh, well, I already had you, and I'm not gonna be doing all this stuff," and whatever he was talking. I was like, "Well, okay, well." And we was on the phone for like 15 minutes. I was like, "We're going around in a circle." He was like, "Tell me right now that you want me to come back and you." I was like, "I just want to say no, 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 yes or no." I was like, "No." It is what it is. And I didn't feel any regret in that because I can do it. I told you, I don't know if you guys watch my videos, but I told you, I have a shower head. It works just fine. These fingers work just fine. If I'm really hurting out here, but too many diseases is out here to just be, and like I said, I reached out because I know he got it. I know he got it, but at the same time, is he safe? And so I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe. That's the main thing. And I wasn't willing to give my body and go on this whole little roller coaster again. I finally uprooted that feeling, at least of, I don't know, like when I was younger, I would get into like situations, and then I would get into situations and then I would just lose it. Like if me and my boyfriend break up or something, or we going through an argument, I'd be like, I'm not going to school. Like I will self sabotage. That's what it is. And so and so and so I chose to make sure that I don't, because I've been working so hard to go to the gym. Okay, I see the progress. I'm starting to like what I see in the mirror, and I feel good, like I said, and I just don't want to mess that up for myself. So then that didn't work. I still reach out and be like, hey, how you doing? But then I reached out to my other friend who I know that I have a good time with this person. Like when we spend time together, I laugh, I feel like really warm inside, and like I feel relaxed when I'm around them. Um he's made me feel that emotional satisfaction. I'll say it like that. And so I reached out, and yes, he has that too, right? He has that too. But both people have flaws, okay? The only flaws women don't like. Women can deal with anything. They can deal with almost anything, but one thing they are not willing to deal with is that one thing. So I reached out to this person, and everything was all good, but they were gaslighting me. They were manipulating and trying to do the same thing. And I was like, let's slow down. Let's get to know, let's take it time a little bit, slow. And he was like, oh, you want to go out? You want to go to the movies? I'm going to take you out, pick me up. He invited me to this event today. And it was like, we can go afterwards. And so I'm like, okay, cool. And so, and so, he was like, all right, cool. And so we were talking, and then all of a sudden, he was like acting weird the next day, acting weird, saying every time he talked to me, saying that I hurt him or did whatever. I'm not gonna go over the situation like that in full detail because it doesn't matter. I didn't do anything to this person. Um, and God knows the truth. I ain't gonna defend the truth, like I always tell y'all. And so I tried to hang in there a little bit longer, harder than I did with the other person because I really did value our relationship, and I know how he made me feel. And so, um, I think Wednesday or Thursday, he reached out to me. I mean, I'm sorry. I reached out to him, and I, was like, because I was like, I don't want to go see Michael Jackson because I don't support the movie per se because the corporation, the company that makes money off of it, that's what I'm not supporting. And so, and so, so what happened? So I said I want to go see Scary Movie, and he was like, nah, I want to go see that, but okay, I guess. So I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Since you're gonna pay for it and everything, then you can go ahead and watch whatever you want to watch, and I'll just have to suck it up. And so I reach out. I was like, I've been thinking, since you're paying for the movies or whatever, you can go ahead and pick the movie, and wherever we go. He gonna say, what? What are you talking about? What movies? I never said that. I don't remember that. I don't remember. And just start gaslighting. And so I was like, okay, so are you saying you don't want to do it anymore? I don't remember. So how can I do something I don't remember? I'm like, okay, cool, fine. And one thing I'm trying to work on is not allowing people to push my buttons into being like, bitch, you said that shit. Stop fucking playing with me. Like, I'm trying to be grown. I'm trying to be mature. But they were like, yeah, I don't remember or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool, all right. And so I sent like a text, a daily text, have a great day, and they text back, what do you want from me and all this stuff. And I was like, I want to try to start our relationship again. And they were like, never. No, you hurt me. You did this. And I was like, I didn't do anything. And so, um, and I was like, okay. He was like, I said, so do you want me to stop texting you? Because that, the constant, and sly comments and disrespectful remarks towards me. I was like, I don't have to reach out to you or anything. You know what? Yeah, I'm good. He texted me. Yeah, I'm good. And so, I Didn't text him anymore. I was like, I just told the person, like, you need to take accountability of your own situation. You need to take accountability of your actions in the situation, because it wasn't me who caused that situation to happen with you. You caused that. We are all in control of our own life, excuse me, and destiny. So whatever happens, happens. I'm trying to see something about it. And so, and so, he contacts me like, I think it was yesterday or something. I was like, "What's up?" He was like, "Oh, are you coming tomorrow to the fight?" I was like, I wasn't thinking about it. And then he was like, "You come or whatever." And he tried to use me again as a therapist, and I was like, "Let me ask you a question." He was like, "No, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. I just want to be friends." I was like, "Okay." But I just want to know, why are you so wishy washy? Like, you said you don't want to talk to me no more. You don't want me to call you. Why are you hot and cold? Oh, I just don't like what you did or something. I don't know. And so I go to the event and I don't see him. Like I said, I stayed for 30 minutes. Hilarious. Um, I said, you know, I really didn't want to be there. It was hot. It was funky in there. It was a lot of things. So I was like, I'm good. And so I basically also got another date too. So this guy at the gym, like I said, every time you doing good, all of a sudden a person wants to come around and infiltrate your consistency. And so he's like, "Oh, can I get your number?" I was like, "Oh, not right now, not right now." Because I'm not the type of person to balance like several people at the same time. And so I gave him my number, and he was like, so when he decided not to, I was like, okay. And then that guy, he said, I'll take you out. So we're gonna go to dinner, and then we're going to go to the movies to go see Scary Movie, like I wanted. So then the other thing I wanted to tell you guys about, what was it? See, I like to really write down my stuff because I'll be forgetting. But that was the main thing that was on the forefront of my mind is people trying to infiltrate your success or consistency, and you gotta smack them with weeds. Like, not today. Mm, mm. That was another thing. It was too many damn police up there. I was like, I thought maybe somebody wanted to fight me. I was like, shit, did this nigga set me up? But no, it wasn't that. You know, the person I was, the underdog I was rooting for won. So after that, I left. Mm, mm, some of these things is like outdated. I don't want to talk about it. Um, We got like 20 minutes. So, so basically, I intend on making sure that I'm not distracted and that I'm not discouraged to move forward um, with anything I'm doing. Because cause, it can easily go backwards, you know? It can easily go backwards to not being happy with yourself. Um, so I don't want to allow people to control me like that, like a puppeteer. So then I'm also going to continue to like put myself out there. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Oh, one of the things that the person told me, the second person told me was like, oh, I'm really not trying to date anyone right now. I definitely respect that. I feel like on the other side, men don't respect what you're saying. Like I said, I'm not about to be having sex with anybody just loosely like that. I already had you. Both of them said that. I was like, oh no, it's not that type of party. I think I'll touch on really quickly um, the Carmelo Anthony situation. Now I was watching I was flipping through shorts and they also show the live streams on shorts. And so they were talking about Carmelo Anthony, these two white men. And there, excuse me, there was a caller, and the caller was like, "No, that's not how it happened." And they kept saying, "Oh, he's delusional. You know, he is. He can't accept the fact that Carmelo Anthony was a monster." Um, and deserved the sentence he got or whatever. And so I kind of popped in and was like, they kept saying he should have just left when the boy told him to leave. And I was like, nobody has to do anything. I said, a child doesn't have control over another child. An adult does. An authority does have control over that child to say, hey, you need to go over there with your team, regardless if they had a tent or not. That's not the point. I'm not listening to another child tell me what to do because I don't have to. And I think most kids, I mean, if it's for my safety, of course. But this had nothing to do with safety. This had something to do with bullying. And one of the guys kept saying, like, oh, I'm ready to pop off. It's about to go down. It's about to go down or whatever. I'm getting tired. That's what he kept saying. I'm getting tired. I'm ready to get it. Like he was insinuating he was going to do something to us. Like, what do you mean? What does that mean? Don't talk about it, be about it. And he was talking about some Carmelo Anthony was so emotional and had his and was more focused on his ego or whatever. I was like, excuse me, ego, get your ego on, ego, ego. No, what you're doing right now is very emotional, and you look like you need help. You look very sensitive. Um, so I was like, emotional damage, like, sir, get yourself under control and pop off if you will. So I just want you guys to be aware that there may be a situation going down, you know, during this whole thing, especially if Carmelo Anthony's case is turned over, reversed, and that he is released. Yeah, there's going to be an issue. So I want you guys to keep your head on the swivel and make sure that you are prepared. Um, do what you got to do to protect yourself. Um, but we're I just want to let you guys know we're not going to lay there and let you do it. Okay. I mean, I was watching that fight today, and the person who I want, the person who I wanted to win, and the underdog, the person who I felt was the underdog, won. Right? He was, he was eating those punches, like he was getting punched all in his face, and I said that's going to make him stronger. That's going to make him better. Um, because excuse me, because I think that's one of the issues is worrying about being hit. And that's kind of what I want to work on. I miss sparring a little bit because of that. But I actually want to like spar against women because it's very different with guys. They're very um considerate, and they they help you, which is nice. But when you're with a girl, they're not going to be so nice. So, yeah, I do want to encourage you guys to stay focused, stay on a swivel. Do not let people distract you from your goal. Like, I'm not, you know, I wish things would be different. I did learn, I was able to take accountability in the situation myself and learn, never shit where you play, you know, which is why I really didn't want to give that guy my number because I like going to the gym. And if I don't, you know, if things don't turn out, then I have to see him every day. But, you know, put yourself out there, challenge yourself, continue to correct behavior. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys see uh, the outfit I wore. I really don't like my outfit. I wish I had to change it a clothes or something. Now, it was hard for me to put on anything, to be honest. Now, I tried to wear some jeans, but every time I tried to pull my jeans up, it it wouldn't go past my thighs. I couldn't get my butt in it, like only the bottom half of my butt. Yes, I've been working on it. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. Before I show you guys, and I think I touched on it a little bit. I did. I did. I think I talked about it. I said, I've accepted the fact that my body is my body, and there's really nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can change about my body. I just have to accept that I'm not going to have a huge butt. I'm not willing to get surgery either. Um, but I'm very proud of myself that I've been consistent in going to the gym. But I gotta go, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my outfit. Okay, so I got this little thing on. I really, I really should have took this off. Okay, because of course it was supposed to come up like this, right? But I wanted my belly button to show a little bit, right? My stomach is going down. The mirror be lying. The mirror be lying. I'm working on my arms, but this, and when I sit down, it was gonna show my thumb, so I couldn't really um, sit down like I wanted to, and I'm not gonna. But it was down like this. I didn't even know. I didn't know what was going on, but you know, I just want my booty to be out there. But I'll be at the gym. I'll be at the gym looking at myself and you're like, oh girl, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hyping myself up. Get it, girl. Okay. But like I'm really proud of myself because It could be worse. It could be worse. Y'all should have seen me in January, December. Like at the end of the year, I'm probably, I haven't been on Instagram. That's the other thing I want to talk to you guys about. Darn it. It finally came back to me. I am not on Instagram anymore. I'm not on these social medias like that because we really need to take a stand for something. If you're not gonna take a stand for nothing, I think taking a stand for you know your value, your what are they calling it now? Attention span. Like I've deleted it because I was sitting there for hours just swiping, 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 swiping. Right. Um, if you guys are here, please like. Um, and I was like, you know what? I'm sick of it. What I do is, I will I downloaded a game that helps me like what is it, prioritize and time manage, right? Helps me sort out things and be organized, and uh, it's basically like one of those farm games, and I really enjoy it because it helps me with concentration and timing and stuff like that. And so I have been neglecting a little bit some things, but anyways, I really encourage you guys to delete your social media, um, and try to find a different platform. I'm talking to us as far as black media. I know that, what is it, fan base, by I can't think of his name. I can only remember his daddy face. I can't think of I can't think of his name, and I don't want to um, wreck his name, but he has a social media that's basically the same as Instagram. I know that X is formerly known as Twitter is screening your tweets and shutting down you guys' pages if you mention anything that they don't like, but everybody else is able to call you out your name, the N word, um, all types of disrespectful things, and nothing happens. And I'm just like, why do you guys keep why do you guys keep helping make money for them? Like you constantly going on there is helping them make money. So do you guys not see your value or something? Is it really that hard to understand that, oh, I'm gonna lose a lot of views? You can make a video and say, hey, I'm transferring all my social media onto this platform and slowly start what Omar said, divesting from these platforms. Me personally, I am not going on there. I'm still using YouTube, and I understand YouTube is similar, but it's not as bad. But I was saying that at the end of the year, I'm going to upload a video or something of all the things that I have done, including today. Um, I'm going to upload the things that like I've really tried this year. I really try, and I've put myself first. I really put myself on a standard that I feel comfortable with. You know, I'm not accepting anything lower than that, and really holding myself to that standard. I'm dating myself. Um, I can't really say a lot, but I'm really building a relationship with myself, and I encourage other people to do that as well. Um, I just find myself wanting attention. And I think that's kind of what that was, is wanting a bit of attention and, seeing, if I can find someone too. I see my uncle and his relationship. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I'm like, she lucky. She's lucky to have my uncle, and I just want someone as well like that. But I've got so many things that I've done for myself that I don't think I really care to have someone else, because then you have to share. And I'm not a big share. I'm very selfish. And that's a bad thing. Maybe I don't mind sharing with someone that I care about, that I can trust, but I can't share with someone that I don't trust. That I know will do me wrong or something. Sorry, my nose keeps running. Oh, I do got some tissue right here. But you know, um, I've everything that I have, I've done for. Well, let me not say I did anything, but through God, I feel like God spoils me really, because I don't think really anyone like through Him He uses them as a vessel, but I don't like think anyone has actually done anything for me, you know, and I felt like they were there for me, had my back, ride or died for me, threw me a birthday party or something. I don't really have those people give me gifts and stuff. Like, I don't really think I've had that. I just had God doing that stuff. Like, everything that I have and I've accomplished, you know, it's because of Him, really. Like, that's my man, okay? That's my man. He's the greatest man I've ever been with, okay? And I didn't cheat it. I didn't disrespect it. I didn't doubt it. I didn't do a lot. And I don't think he's ever forsaken me and, disowned me. He welcomes me back with open arms, and he still be whispering in my ear like, "Come on back, girl." And I think my relationship is a bit, how you say, like, it's a bit oh, I gotta go. It's a bit lopsided a little bit. Not lopsided. It's a bit cracked. I need to get back. I need to get back closer with him. And so that's been like on my mind. And so that's what I am gonna do, I think. And I keep hearing, like, when I was younger, I heard that, like, enjoy enjoy it while you got it, because it's not gonna be there no more. I don't know whether it's gonna be because of, or because I'm just not gonna want to do it. Like, I'm not that interesting. Like, you guys are not that interesting anymore. If that's all it is, and you guys are constantly trying to make women lower their standards and their value, and be like, y'all want too much. And the first guy that I reached out to, I told him, like, he was like, I'm not no trick. I was like, I wasn't gonna ask you to pay for me. I was gonna pay for myself, but I just wanted to spend time with you. Like, nobody's asking for that, but I'm also not about to be spreading it wide open for air. Not even for air. Like, you're not even, satisfying my mind. That's crazy. No, I'm good. And so I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for today, all of today. I really thought I was gonna get in a fight today, and I didn't. I'm glad. I'm glad that things worked out the way they did. And there's more to come. So I'll see you guys later. If Lucas has a stream, I'll be over there showing off my good looks. But good time, blame it on the boogie. That's what I feel like my hair is like. A little Michael Jackson. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna see y'all later. All right. You guys have a wonderful. I didn't even do my intro. Oh, Dre. So, happy Saturday with your girl T.U.O. I hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday. I don't know what that event is going on down there, but hopefully I figure it out. And hopefully I'm not too disappointed that I didn't attend, because I could be attending that. And okay, but I'm scared. Y'all wrap it up, okay? Y'all wrap it up, because I'm scared for y'all. All right. Y'all have a great one. Enjoy your Saturday. Bye.